known for their attack. Osprey scored 6 tries the week before against the Bulls at Loftus. So you must be we happy that we've had tests against decent attacking systems, but also Scarlets this weekend also known for their attack.
Yeah, look, I know Don Bill very well. We're actually good mates, and we talked during the season over the phone through WhatsApp and so on. So yeah, they are a well-drilled team, good attacking side. Him himself was a good scrum half when he played for Wales. So yeah, it was past 2 seasons we played them there. It was nail-biting ends towards it. So yeah, we expect another tough game against Scarlets this coming weekend.
Cool. On your side, your post-match, you got man of the match. You said that he has been helping you quite a lot in the last couple of weeks. I was sitting next to Warwick and just listening to him almost live through the game and talk to you, and he was saying, "Well done, Wandi, great positioning." How much has that been a help the last few weeks?
I think a lot.
Not know who this is. Yeah, go for it.
Teammates helping me. I think they've helped me a lot, Mike. I think Warwick, everyone in the group, Dan, Rowan, now, Nomi, our coaches. I mean, the amount of time and energy spent towards the team, and it comes from a place of we actually all want to do well before the individual. It sounds very cliche, but I mean, when they picked me at 15, the guys around me made it so easy for me to just adapt, and yeah, luckily it worked out.
How good is it to get those 2 wins at home at the start of the season before we go on the tour? So we're not going in cold. We've not got a bit of kind of like understanding. And obviously there was a lot of work in preseason, but now we've actually put it into practice in a match situation.
Very good. I mean, I think we're not going to underestimate or downplay the fact that starting well is important for us. We wanted to start well. But yeah, in saying that, now that we go on tour, we feel like we will start a new start, go on this 3-week tour, try get as many points as we possibly can. And yeah, it's important for us to just reset, put the 2 wins behind us now, and then focus on the 3 weeks.
Okay, guys, if you've got questions for these two, please put your hands up. Stephen Null's not here, guys, so we're going to need someone to step up.
Gavin, you on mute.
Yeah, somebody muted me.
Yeah, it was me, Gavin. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine. Actually, yeah, I don't really know what else to ask. I could ask Wandi about playing fullback and how much he enjoys playing there. You know, it's not a position that's obviously his regular position. That challenge.
Yeah, I think I've received probably millions of those questions, and we made a joke now with Nomi that if someone asks me, don't prefer playing centre or fullback, I'll say fly off. Anyway, it's been a great challenge, and yeah, first and foremost, just helping the team win is the first thing in my mind, and where I play. Regardless of where I play, it will always come second best. We just want to win as many games as we can now, and ultimately lift the trophy, which is all the way far now. So the only thing we can focus on and control is the next 3 weeks, as I just said, and it's exciting. I mean, yeah, I'll joke about it now, but if I remember there's a game we played away against Leinster where I was filling in at Flower, but people don't know. But yeah, we try and make it work for the team, and yeah.
Okay, cool. Good answer. You must enjoy also. I mean, you're playing. Yeah, I mean, you've often sort of played sporadically in the past. You've had one game and then you've had a couple of weeks off and then you've played again. So you've backed up 2 weeks in a row, and you played in the preseason as well. So that must be you're getting game time now, is what I'm saying. So that must be also helping your momentum too.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you only get better as a player when you are playing, and you are playing more regularly or week in, week out. Definitely, it will help everyone. It will help with confidence. It will help with decision making. But yeah, I do understand that it requires a massive squad effort for us to be sharp towards the business end of the competition. But yeah, for me personally, playing more actually comes first before playing centre. Then if I do play centre, it's a bonus. But the most important thing is to win, as I've said here.
Norman, I don't know if is anybody else going to ask a question now, Michael?
We've got a couple of options. Gavin, do you want to come back later?
Okay, no. I was just going to ask Norman quickly, just one, because seeing seeing he's there, and I love talking about his donut expenses. You must have been really pleased. I mean, it's the way you started against Leinster. I mean, with keeping them not just trialists but also pointless in the game. I mean, that must be really good for your own. I wouldn't call it confidence, because it doesn't really come down to that for a coach. But it must have been really satisfying. I know Michael sort of asked this question earlier, but I'm just referring specifically to the Leinster game. That must have been really a good way to start. Yeah.
Yeah, I was very pleased with the way we started, because obviously it was against a very good friend of mine, Jonathan Arm's team as well, and we swapped quite a lot of ideas, even when he was at the box. We swapped a lot of ideas and share info with each other. So obviously we knew each other inside out when it comes to defense. And obviously Leinster is a great attacking side, so to test you at first up against the champions, first of all, of last season, and probably one of the best attacking sides in one of the top 3 attacking sides in the competition, and keep them scoreless or pointless, like you said, was quite pleasing. Especially, like I said, we've made 1 or 2 tweaks in the off season, which bothered me towards the end of last season, and everyone bought in nicely. There was quite a few discussions, and myself and Wandisile bumped a head or 2, but at the end, everyone came out on top and just stuck to the plan, and everything that, like I said, that we just agreed to, and then we went on into the game with it, and it came off. So it was quite pleasing to get that result.
And on Saturday, on this last game on Friday, you did concede early on, but then later in the game, I mean, there was no way through for them either.
Yeah, like Mike also said, everyone thinks Ospreys is not a phenomenal team, but they're an amazing outfit. I mean, Toby Booth, the previous head coach, I still speak to him a bit. He's molded this team into something that is actually a top 8 contender every season, and they played in the Champions Cup as well last season. So they're quite a tough team, and they come from a Simelane omgewing, a hard part of Wales. And so I know I said once, it's we put the boys from Cape Town, and you must just get under our skin. And they've done it well the past 2 seasons, because they both beat us in both games. So for us to get to win against Ospreys on Friday night was massive, and like you said, to keep them scoreless the second 40 was also pleasing to see.
Thanks.
But we're far from perfect.
No, well, nobody is at this time. I mean, you're still at the first start of the season.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks, Gav. Vim has got his hand up first. Yes, Vim.
Thanks, Mike. I hope you guys can hear me. It's quite noisy here.
We got you. All good.
Okay, great. Yeah, it sort of adds to Gavin's question. The slow start against Ospreys wasn't ideal, but I mean, for Wandie, I mean, you on the field. Just talk us through, the way you guys kept cool, and that second half where you eventually kept them scoreless further, and just what was the mood on the field like when they did score those 2 tries in the first half, and then how do you avoid Scarlets doing the same, especially as Norman pointed out, they are a team that likes to attack.
I think the mood didn't take a dip, or the energy amongst the guys didn't take a dip at all. We're obviously disappointed that we let them in so early in the game. But to be realistic, I don't think any of us thought we'd play the entire URC campaign without conceding a try, although Norman would love that. But we just kept on fighting. We knew Austria was going to be a good, tough game. When it was tough in the first 10 to 20 minutes, we kind of expected that, and you just had to keep going and keep on smashing the wall until it breaks down.
Cool, Vim. Did you get that? Do you have any other questions? You're okay. Okay. Jan is next. Yes, Jan.
Thanks, Mike.
Nice one. Yes, Jan.
Thanks, Michael. Norman, mine's also a follow up on the tackling theme. You're obviously going in a 3-match tour now, and it's 2 different environments. The one is a Welsh team, and then you head over to Italy, and we know how they play. They've got that model that they play in Italy. Your defensive system, I spoke about the changes or tweaks that you had to make in off season. Your defensive, is it a plug and play system? So when you go to Wales, you can just plug and play. When you go to Italy, it can work, or do you have to still make tweaks when you go from one country to the other?
No, we don't really. I wouldn't say not being arrogant, but we won't adapt too much on the teams we play. We might tweak one or two things, but we're not definitely not. It's not like an attacking system where you try to get to a move which put the defense under pressure. I can't tell you what the attacking coach from Scarlets, Benetton, or Zebra thinks and how to put us under pressure. I know where they can possibly put us under pressure, but that's for me to know. Yeah, I think playing against Scarlets, like I mentioned earlier, knowing Dwayne quite well, they have a good kicking side, they have good ball in hand side, and they have good quality players. So then you go to Italy, 80% of Benetton's team is the Italian national team who toured South Africa that got a I think I scored 4 tries against the box at Loftus. So I mean the quality outfit and the physical, and same as Zebra. I mean, I think it's the second year the coach that is in charge of them now. It used to be the Italian under 20 coach, who's a guy that likes ball in hand. So yeah, so that will have a different challenge again than Benetton. But all 3 teams as international players, the Welsh internationals and Italian internationals. So yeah, it's not going to be 3 easy games on tour. It's never easy away from home, but we're looking forward to it. And yeah, like Wandisile, whatever points who comes up to offer, we'll take it.
Lekker Normie.
Thanks very much.
Ross Rush.
Thanks very much, Michael. How's it, guys? Sorry if this was mentioned earlier. I arrived a little bit late, but Norman, have your guys' Springboks had to fly back to join you, or have they been left in Wales awaiting your arrival? And with them coming in now, you know, obviously most teams would want to rush those guys back in to get that spark again, but you guys have had such a good start and in those positions, you know, in 9, 10, 15 with Wandi's been playing great and Yuri. So has that given it a bit of an easier integration back for them, that you guys don't have to rush them because you're happy with the way the guys are actually playing right now?
Good question, Ross. It's, the guys have been in the seat has done extremely well. Like you mentioned, Wandi, Dan running the centers, and Yuri as well. But it also gives us different options. Maybe some guys might be hurt after the past 2 games, few bumps and bruises, so it can be possible that we can swap around or stick with the same team that we've had the past 2 weekends. We just have to see how the guys after a long flight to Wales tonight, what the injuries that we picked up over the past 2 games, how it flares up after a long flight, and then yeah, we'll make the decision once we get to Wales. Can't give you any answers any further than that. If they might be in the starting lineup, we're just going to keep the squad as is.
Okay, sorry, and are they in Wales, or did they have to come back to SA?
I think they're still in London, but we'll get them in Wales.
Perfect. And then
like I know Damien Willems will stay as long as possible in London. That's his second home. After the Strand, it's London. So yeah.
Fantastic. And then I know you guys don't want to look too far ahead, but how important is the Scarlets game first up, you know, especially when you got 2 really tough games in Italy, and you see how well Benetton and Zebra have started, you know, Zebra with 2 wins, Benetton getting that great one over Glasgow. So does that add a bit more pressure to the Scarlets result, or are you guys just, you know, hyper focused on Scarlets and you'll think about that afterwards?
Yeah, you actually answered your own question. We'll focus week by week. I've learned going on to tour, you can't look too far ahead. You can't worry about game 3. The first 2 is not done, so we'll only focus on Scarlets this coming Friday, because our first 3 games is all on Fridays, including this coming one on Friday night, and then change to Saturday. So yeah, look, Zebra is never an easy game. We've actually had them the past 2 years within the first 5 rounds, and they're a tough team to beat. Like I said, they're well coached by the new coach. And they actually used David Sisi, who used to play for Italy, as a forward coach. And I know him a little bit, and he's also a quality guy. So I know he'll drive the pack and the mentality of how to beat South Africans and stuff, be physical up front and so on. And we have Devil Divenage obviously playing for us at the moment, who played at Benetton, so obviously can give us some inside info, not just about Benetton, but the thinking about Italian rugby and how they will approach South Africans, because he's played a few times against the Stormers as well from the first URC. So yeah, it's nice to have a guy like Devil's knowledge in the group going into Italy, but it will definitely not be 2 easy games. If you can remember, Deborah also beat Munster last year. I think the first up game. So yeah, that tough team.
Cool. Thanks, Ross. We got Francois last. Here's Francois.
Thanks Mike. Ja, hi Coach Norman en Wandy. Coach Norman net vir jou in Afrikaans man, net oor ek sien nou dis weer 'n Vrydag aan wedstryd en net rondom julle maak dit 'n bietjie moeiliker veral met die travel oor en of hoe werk julle sessies om voor te berei vir Vrydag se game en dan ook as jy kyk na Scarlets ons is nou Mike maar net hy steeds net check. Ek dink onoorwonde teen hulle laas jaar tuis gewen en die vorige jaar ook tuis. En ek dink die eerste keer wat ons hulle gespeel het was was op hulle tuisveld, maar dit was 'n closerige game wegwedstryd. Net en hulle het 'n bietjie van 'n swak begin nou gemaak die jaar ook. Is hulle 'n potensiële piesangskilspan en hoe belangrik is dit vir julle om gedetermineerd in te gaan in die wedstryd?
Soos ek vroeër gesê het, Scarlets is 'n regtig goeie span. Hulle het verlede jaar vir Leinster gevat om hulle het Leinster gewen. So dis hoekom Leinster nie onoorwonde was in die liga nie. Hulle was in die top 8 geëindig. Hulle het teen Leinster in die quarterfinal gespeel einde verlede jaar. So ek gaan nie hulle is regtig 'n goeie span, soos ek gesê het. Hulle is 'n goed afgerigte span. En dan wat was die ander vraag gewees? Sorry, ek nou
The Friday game.
ja, Vrydag game. Ons oefen vandag. Ons is in Belwel. Vlieg vanaand om 11:15. Land obviously Dinsdag daar. Ons het 'n Woensdag 'n sessie, Donderdag kapteinsoefening en Vrydag speel ons. So dit is hoe ons week se voorbereiding gaan. Dat ja, so die vraag beantwoord, Scarlets is 'n moeilike span. Hulle is nie 'n ligte span in die kompetisie nie.
Dankie coach.
Cool. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll catch you later in the week when we announce the team.
Shabbat.
Take it easy.